Hello, everyone, and welcome back to VRChat World Exploration, a series dedicated to virtual worlds and their impact on their creators and players. Today we have Adrift by Merc, spelled MERC. Um, as far as I understand, this world just received a new update in the new year, 2026, and has a whole slew of. It's pretty much a completely different world than when I personally explored it, and I think that's really interesting. I popped in here for around 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so, and went and walked around a lot of the new surroundings and went, I am 100% doing something on this. So I am mostly blind. I believe me, I know if things look weird, I cannot brighten my uh, avatar anymore. And there is a shitload of volumetric fog, which means there's a lot of bloom. I hope the image won't be too noisy. It might end up having some pretty bad bitrate issues depending, but we'll hash it out when we see it. But yeah. So this world is very psychedelic, and it's very interesting in terms of its aesthetics and concept. I don't really think I have to tell you this world is tied to psychedelic imagery, psychedelic things. You'll see a lot of references. I think a lot of them were removed in this version of the world and might just be added in at some other point. There used to be a large amount of references to very esoteric, what's the word? Like esoteric religion and esoteric things within it. Um, I am the furthest thing from a spiritual person, so I don't I don't know a whole lot, to be fair. Um, but yes, this world and its aesthetics are also inextricably tied to a lot of psychedelic, hippie, quote unquote, movements, stuff like that. Um, and so expect some hippie bullshit on the walls, some, just interesting stuff. And overall, it's meant to be very introspective. Um, be open-minded, be polite, and even if this isn't your usual cuppa, that's okay. But as always, list off the rules. I do this alone, no game worlds, and no mentioning of drama outside of this. This does mean I'm not really gonna get into my experience with private, unlisted versions of this world because those existed, but the only way to really find them was by going onto the creators Discord, and I don't really think that's fair to talk about. But yeah. Welcome to Adrift. This one's gonna be a wild one. Okay. So this world has its own in-world menu. So you do this, and we can customize some stuff. We don't really have a whole lot of customization options. The original world did. This one just doesn't. We have a lot of toggles, but not a whole lot else. But yeah. Be warned, there is going to be some frame rate drops as we explore this. I am very much not expecting this world to run at 60 FPS. I don't think it is even right now, but yeah, still. Okay, what is this? But yeah. It's like a cube. So I did not mean to do that. But yeah, this world has infinite jump and sprinting. I'm not gonna abuse the infinite jump unless like I absolutely feel like I should. Huh. But yeah. So we start out in a completely black void, which is very surreal to physically be in. It's also very weird to look at my arms and just see this, but yeah, that's kind of the point, right? That's the name of the game, baby. Alright. Well, I think it's time we go. So down here is a collection of the creator's old worlds, including the original, the most previous version of this, as well as Journeys Adrift, which is also very interesting, and it's my favorite Adrift world so far. I would like to preface everything we're doing here with this world is a work in progress. I know that for a fact. It's kind of mentioned on the page for the world as well, and it's very clear that this is the product of work after a long hiatus. But yeah, so here's our Stargate. Just, just a honest to God Stargate. In this area. Huh. Interesting piece. Oh yeah, and these balls are frozen in place. Whoa. When I loaded into here before, this is the same position that all this stuff was in, so I think it actually, synced it with multiple sessions. If it has persistence like that, then that's really cool. Yeah. A staple of the world, since I believe Journeys is a ball pit. So you can take these magnets. So what you can do is, let me find this. This is not the one I want to be inside of. It might actually be toggleable. You might be able to change. No, you cannot change the shader inside of it. So I don't want that one. This one is... I want one that's clear. One of the other versions has one that's like that, but we only seem to have a dark one, which completely messes it and adds a really insane shader over everything. Huh. And then the one that blinds you. So overwhelming. Okay, we need to see what's under here. Ugh. I saw something. Ugh. It's a magnet. Okay. Ooh. Damn, this world is overwhelming. I imagine these are just magnets then. Yeah, it looks like it. This is just controlled by magnets and stuff. Unfortunate. I want to have one. I want to see if there's one that's clear or something. I can't immediately find one, so I doubt it, but... Oh, it's like a mirror surface. And I'm weirdly, shiny, I'm, made out of stardust. Huh. God, that looks so cool. Oh, it stretches across the entire surface of this wall. Okay. That's neat. You got some Pro TV. And a tunnel. Wow. Gosh, these structures are so huge in the distance. I know that's aliasing, but it's like a shimmer. That's so cool. Let's go further down. Down, down, down. It's like a cave. Weird foliage. Wonderful. Oh, the way that like everything grows out of the ground as you get closer to, just really... Man, that is such a cool effect. And we are back yet again. Had something come up in real life for a minute, so I had to go handle it, but now we're here. Alright, God, this world is so cool, it's so pretty. And then they actually freeze the world freezes the ball pit when you're not near it, which is neat. Now, this is interesting. So something I want to see, because it's right by the entrance of the world. So let's see here. Now, where does this one go? Because the last one of these I found and took me somewhere really interesting. So this looks like an area that's still in the world. The main part of it, unlike the other one I found. So in older versions of this world, you'd be able to choose where to teleport to from these teleporters, but this one does not allow that. Well, is this meant to be like a positive and negative? Maybe? Maybe the geometry isn't done yet. A billiards table with a large... Oh, life-size chessboard. With the timer. I guess these are like little clippers you can use to change turn. Hi, doggy. What does this do? It's like an actual boopable button. Oh. A gun? Huh. It's got like its own custom particles and stuff. Weird. And it only becomes like a pressable debug button? Oh, because like they don't have... It stops being interactable. Well, that's interesting, though. Let's look at where we are compared to the other spaces. So here we have this one. And I'm pretty sure we were looking out of something that was down here. I think. Huh. How lovely, actually. There's a structure up there. So you could disable that. It's like a giant space stick with a Milky Way shader on it. I don't know how to get up. Oh my god. Oh my fuck. No way. Oh, no way. I was really hoping to get a strike there. That would have been really cool. And has like a proper physics-based pin system too. As you can see, my ball was returned to me. I don't think it really matters if I... But... It's really hard to do in VR. This is fun. It's like a little game area. I don't think the previous world had anything like this. Now then. Now we're back at the beginning. I'm gonna go on top of here. I am very certain that I was just in that building. And just to make sure, I'm gonna show off this cool spaceship so you can get in it. Oh gosh, okay. Definitely not for the faint of stomach. I just ate a little bit ago, so this is probably not the smartest of ideas. No, this is a different building. Unless I was in like a completely different part of it. That might be the case. Oh god. No, I don't think so. It might have been that one. Gosh, I actually don't know where I ended up. I'm just gonna go back to where I know I started. I'm a bit of a pilot. What's this? So it's a big box. Bunch of little clickers on it. Is it like a puzzle? Maybe. I don't quite feel like playing Myst right now. And one of my favorite parts, a fully working piano. I just played an octave. I don't think there's any way to really walk to any of these other places, which is weird. There's a building here. Resetting. Space golf. Huh. That's neat. God, I don't know where I am. Oh shit. What a weird structure, too. Hi, doggy. Hello. Hi, doggy. It looks like it's like caustics in that like liquid. I don't know if that actually is like proper caustics, but it looks like it. I know where we are in relation to the start now. The starting area is down here. So this one is like a games building, it seems. Huh. Like I said, the world's incomplete, so I wouldn't expect there to be, like, everything everywhere, but still. Okay. I mean, is there a way I can, like, change it to other teleports or anything? Or is it kind of just... Because that's the teleport to people. Well, if that's the case, then we're gonna hop on another plane. And we're gonna go to the center. And welcome to the center island. It's up to you to dream. And while we're here in a space that's very good for this, let's check out different skybox textures. Oh, it does not seem to work, actually. Okay. Well, like I said, work in progress. Fucked up ass pyramid. Ugh. I feel like I'm gonna fall into a trance if I stare at that. Weird structure with lights on it. And this portal takes us somewhere completely different. That's the island we were on. So far away. I love how the painting, or like the painting sort of texture on the sky, it reminds me a lot of, oh my god, it reminds me of the storm, of the shapes of the storms on the surface of Jupiter. If you've ever seen it, when that one probe went by the planet. A little bit brighter, but this world's got very harsh shadows. It's very high contrast. And we got another doggy. It's something pretty intro. My standable seat calibration's a little messed up, but yeah. Nice little, I guess, doghouse to chill in. Love that effect. Oop, I guess I kind of spoiled it. So if you reach out, I love this effect so much. But yeah, this is a really nice area. I just realized what this is. It's a stick. Like it's a stick for the dog. Yeah. Oh. Hi, doggy. But it doesn't feel like you're meant to explore much further than this. But we're gonna do it anyway. You can see the ground's got like a different sort of plant sort of effect. What a lovely view. It's meant to be like an oasis of sorts, I suppose. And there's a circular structure out there. But all that we really have is just a doghouse type structure and a nice change of scenery. A lot brighter, less strange, I suppose is the way to put it. And now we're back. Back on the center island. And maybe we can use these ships to perhaps fly outside of the world. What a lovely view. Yeah, we can see that other place over there. What is this meant to be? Fog's a lot thicker out here. And as we get closer, it's just black. Whoa. Oh. It's the spawn. Beautiful. Okay. Well, I'd say with that in mind, let's head back up a little bit. Where is the other one? I want to see if we can fly to that as well. Oh, that made me dizzy. That actually made me a little dizzy. We're gonna go back up for a second. Spinning like that made me dizzy and I'm sitting down. Yeah. I do not want to make myself sick. Up. Here we are. Oh, whoa, we found something interesting. So this is underneath the center area. It's a big beam of light. That weird shader. Can we go inside? We can. Bitrate is probably getting demolished by this, but that's fun. That's interesting. But yeah, there will obviously be a flashing lights warning, because this one is obviously quite intense. But yeah. It's got to be somewhere below. Okay. Let's just see. This is taking a while. I don't really understand how far away this stuff is until you actually try to go the whole distance. The fog begins to clear. I figured that it would happen with that. How wonderful. Well, I have to say, there's not as much as I was thinking there actually would be here. Not that that's a bad thing. We still need to go and explore all the buildings anyway. So I'm just gonna boop. All right. We know what's up there. And we've seen over there, so the last thing is the largest structure. So every time you flap you make some particles and a little noise. God, the way that texture warps is so interesting. But here we are. This is the final major structure we have yet to explore. I find these to be extremely interesting. Now, how about we finish exploring this superstructure, huh? There's like meteors. It makes me curious if these like buildings are gonna have more things in them. I imagine so. For now, they're just these geometric... I don't even know how to explain it. They're just strange, you know? But also wonderful. This one in particular goes on for a long time. It's got a big torus. Huh. All right. Yeah, it does seem like most of the references to esoteric things are gone here. It just seems like it's a lot more freeform. What is this? It's like an obelisk. There's another one here too. Just a hole. Oh, yep, they're here. So, if I'm remembering correctly, this is a reference to a group of stones out in the American Midwest that has this text on it. It's in a bunch of different languages, and So, no, there is some esoterica still here. I'm not going to read any of those out loud because I'm not going to have me saying any of those things on record. As you can see, it's in some of the most spoken languages in the world. I think it's a little too late for the 500 million, eh? All right. Well, there's just some more things to see. But we're definitely running out. We've definitely explored a good chunk of everything. And I think at some other point I might also do Journeys Adrift alongside this. That world feels a lot more complete than this one. That feels surprisingly empty. But it's first and foremost meant to be calm and interesting. I don't think it's supposed to have a million things that are supposed to wow you or anything of that sort. I think trying for that, frankly, would be a bad idea. But yeah. Alright. Well. Jump scare. Alright, that's a good thing I didn't have it set to that yet, but... Alright. Well... that is it for this current revision of Adrift. As you can see, this world is filled with many beautiful things. And I don't think I could have asked for a more interesting and exciting experience in a world such as this. But for the time being, it's relatively small. It's based on a lot of different ideas. It's calming, relaxing, and a place that is unlike anywhere or anything that exists in the real world. It makes you feel, at least me rather, makes me feel happy, content, and just ever so certain. It's relaxing, just to put it simply. More so than the hustle and bustle of a world like Water Closet or anything of that sort. You're meant to come here and relax. And I think it does that part of it very well. So, with that, that is it for today. It will be interesting to perhaps go and explore Journeys Adrift or some surreal worlds like this in the future. But for now,